Welcome to Collecting Chaos. It's the Monday morning show. I got some comics to show you today, and I'll decide what I want to do about that Tarzan comic. And it all comes up after this. Let's take a look at some comics. This is I haven't taken them out of the tape or out of the bags. And there's cat hair all over my table. I don't know where that came from. This is Action 304. It's in reasonable condition, I guess. That's my new condition for the week, is reasonable. It's published in 1963. Got a Supergirl backup story in it. And I've got Superman 301. Another one that's in pretty reasonable condition. When I say reasonable, generally I mean very good to fine. These two were closer to very good. Here's Action Comics 317. Another reasonable conditioned comic. Action 371. This is actually in pretty nice shape. I might go as far as to say this one might be very fine. Could use a bit of a cleaning. I'll think about that. Is Action Comics 431. This one is actually in fairly decent shape. It's got some stains on it, and it's cut a little crooked. But that used to happen with comics periodically. You'd get them they'd be cut crooked. And that's what this one was. And Action Comics 433. Got a nice stain here, a nice round stain there. Maybe I can get that out, maybe not. Maybe I'll try, maybe I won't. I don't know. The Teen Titans 28. This one is in pretty nice shape, except for the corner there. Oh, it's folded over, so that's not too bad. It's not too difficult a thing to fix. That's its major defect. So probably a fine, maybe fine plus. Here's a Spider-Woman number 2. Spider-Woman number 3. Nice Dave Cockrum cover. Spider-Woman number 6. These are in really nice shape. Carmen Infantino cover. Spider-Woman number 9. Number 10. Number 12. I think these bags they're in, I think they're the poly version of the Mylar. There's number 17. That's a direct market. Number 18. Number 19. And number 20. Calling the Untamed number 1. Nice Wrightson cover there. Calling the Untamed number 4. Calling the Untamed number 5. I don't feel like taking this. Is Savage She-Hulk number 6. It's Bob Layton cover. I kind of like that cover, so we're going to take this one and this one. And maybe one more. There was a Spider-Woman cover that I really liked. That one. Yeah, I know, it wasn't a Spider-Woman. That one. One of these 4, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see them all. One of these 4 covers will be my cover of the week. Will it be Savage She-Hulk number 6? Spider-Woman number 6? Teen Titans number 28? Or Kong the Untamed number 1? Let me know which one is your favorite. And Wednesday I'll let you know which one is mine. Now let's take a look at that Tarzan comic again. It's Sunday afternoon as I record this, and this has been in my press since Thursday. So it's pretty flat. And I'm still having to decide what I want to do about the cover. Do I want to put it on the way it was originally, which would be this way? Or do I want to put it on like that, the way it should have been? And I've been giving it a lot of thought. And I believe I'm going to put it on this way, the way it should have been, because that's the way I'd like it to be. Yeah, it's not right, but I think that's the way I'm going to do it. So I'm going to get out my the equipment I use to do that, which that's why I have it right here. This little piece of foam here, it got bent up. And I'll set the comic on that. And then I have to decide where I'm going to put the staples, because they are going to be new holes. They won't be in the original holes, because the original holes were on the front of the cover, and I don't really want to do that. I'd like to have them on the side. So I need to measure it so that I get them in the center, and then decide how far down I'm going to go and how far up I'm going to go. Yes, it'll be considered restored. Yes, I don't care. I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing it to get it graded. I'm not doing it to send it in to anybody. I'm doing it simply because I want to. And it's how I want the comic. That should always be the number one determining factor. Not, is it going to grade? Not, is it going to be considered restored? But how do I want it? And that's what I'm going to do. So let me see if I can find my my measuring stick, and I'll figure out where those staples are going to go. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got no clue where my measuring stick is, but it occurs to me that I don't really need it, because I sort of have one right here. And the comic is 14.5 inches, so 7 1/4. So it'll be right along this crease line here, which means I can put it where the original staples were, or real close to it. So the top staple was originally here, so that's where I'm going to put the first pin. Now I get the staple out so I can measure it. And then right there should be about right. This is not the right way to do this, just so you know. You always want to use the original staple holes whenever possible. And this one, now the original staple hole was here, but I kind of want it to be a little better centered, which would drop it down some. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it down to here. That staple in. Went in there really nice. Having that little piece of styrofoam sure does help. Amazingly enough, the bottom ones went right through the, or almost right through the original staple holes. Top one's a little off, but that's okay. Pulled it down with my fingers. And apparently I had something wet on the table. I hope it doesn't give me a stain. I'd hate to have to take this all apart again. There you go. There's my Tarzan #1. Cover attached. It's not in the original holes. That's okay. I do not mind. I think it turned out pretty nice. Don't forget, before you work on your comics, before you handle your comics, before you read your comics, wash your hands. It's good for your comics. It's good for your health. And we'll see you next video. Bye. I almost forgot. Put it with full back board. Put it back in its My Light sleeve. And I'll take it out later and put a piece of Mippet, or one of the Mippet papers in it. Want to keep it nice. But I'll do that when I get ready to read it. There you go. That's a whole lot better. Delco, why do you keep jumping up on this table and getting cat hair all over it?